Please join your hands and get ready for the prayer.
For the day is science is the key that unlocks mysteries of universe. I repeat, science is the key that unlocks the mysteries of universe. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Today's word of the day is curiosity, spelled as Curiosity, meaning a desire to know or learn. Sentence: curiosity must be greater than fear. Thank you.
Good morning, respected principal, teachers and dear students. On the occasion of National Science Day celebrated to honor the discovery of Raman effect by C.V. Raman, we begin today's program with the auspicious lamp lighting ceremony. I request our respected principal Monica ma'am, coordinator Zeba ma'am and all the science teachers to kindly come forward and light the ceremonial lamp. The lightning of the lamp symbolizes the spreading of knowledge and the life of scientific thinking. Thank you all the dignitaries for this formal inauguration of our program. Good morning everyone. Happy National Science Day.
Oh, I only woke up because of science.
What do you mean?
My alarm clock rang loudly at 6 a.m. Thank you, science, but I still wanted to sleep.
We celebrate National Science Day on 28 February to honor the great Indian scientist C.V. Raman.
He discovered the Raman effect, which explains how light behaves when it passes through different materials.
So, when light changes direction, it's not magic, it's science.
Exactly, and they won the Nobel Prize in 1930 for this discovery that made India proud. And don't forget food. Without science, I wouldn't have my favorite pizza.
That's true. Farmers use science to grow healthy crops.
honey in ancient tombs that was still safe to eat.
So can I keep my chocolate forever too?
Nice try, but only honey.
Science also helps doctors make medicines and vaccines to keep us healthy.
And astronauts use science to travel into space and walk on the moon.
I want to go to space. No homework there, right?
Even astronauts study science.
Science teaches us to ask questions like why is the sky blue and how do airplanes fly?
When we stay curious, we become young scientists.
So let's explore, experiment and discover new things every day.
Happy National Science Day! Let's make science our superpower.
Our learners will present an interesting performance for you all. Let us encourage and enjoy the wonderful presentation.
So get ready to explore the world of science with our talented students. Let's begin with the experiment by grade 1. Good morning everyone. I am Mishika.
And I am Maisha.
Today we are going to talk about a science experiment called blooming flowers.
In this experiment, we observed how flowers bloom in water. It was very interesting and fun.
When we placed the flowers in water, we saw that they slowly started to open.
This happened because the paper absorbed water and became soft.
When the paper absorbed water, the petals spread out and the flowers looked like real blooming flowers.
This experiment helped us understand that water is very important for plants and flowers.
Plants need water to grow, stay healthy and bloom.
We also learned to observe carefully and be curious about science. Thank you. Happy National Science Day to everyone. And grade 2 to present their interesting science experiment.
Today we are going to show a simple and interesting experiment called the floating lemon experiment. My friend will help me perform this experiment. This experiment shows the concept of sinking. Here we have two glasses filled with water. Now my friend will put a lemon in the plain water. You can see that the lemon sinks in plain water. Floats in plain water. Now my friend will add salt to the plain water. Second cup and mix it well. It's floating. This happens because the salt makes the water heavier. Heavy water pushes the lemon up, so the lemon is floating.
Now we would like to ask you a question. What is the name of the concept behind this experiment?
Correct. Next we will call day 3 to perform that experiment. you. I am Durva Hatiskar from grade 3 Alpha.
And I am Meera Shukla from grade 3A Cup.
Today we are going to perform a small experiment in front of you. Do you know, friends, when we tap a glass, it makes a sound. The sound changes as we change the amount of water in it. Let's see. Isn't it interesting? Now we have different beakers with different amount of water in it. Let's see how does it sound. This happened because of the water level controls the speed of vibration that changes the sound. From this experiment, we learned by changing the amount of water in the glass, we can change the sound. Wish you a happy National Science Day. Thank you.
Let us give them a big round of applause for this experiment. Now grade 4 will present their science experiment.
Good morning to one and all. I am Arav Sarunke from grade 4 Ekam and this is the Chandrayaan 3. It was launched on July 14, 2023 at 2:35 p.m. IST by ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization. It landed on 23 August 2023 at 6:04 p.m. IST at 69 degrees S latitude in between Simplenius and Manzinus C craters. This is the payload fairing, where the Vikram lander was stored. This is where the cryogenic fuel was stored, and this is where the liquid fuel was stored. First, the liquid fuel will burn, then the cryogenic fuel, then finally, the payload fairing will split in half, letting the Vikram lander set into orbit. Thank you.
Good morning, one and all. My name is Riya Marathe from grade 4 Alpha. Today I am going to talk about Chandrayaan 3 mission. As I have explained, Chandrayaan 3 is a mission organized by Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO. It was launched on 14 July 2023 using an SVM-3 rocket from Sriharikota. The purpose of Chandrayaan 3 was to safe land on the moon and carry out scientific experiments. The mission life was 1 lunar day, that is 14 Earth days. Now I'll explain this model which I have made. Chandrayaan 3 has 3 parts: propulsion module, Vikram lander and Pragyan rover. As the propulsion module carries Vikram lander to the moon, as it gets near the moon's orbit, the Vikram lander gets separated and safely lands on the moon. Then Pragyan rover comes out and roams on the moon to study about it. Now let's talk about India's achievements. India became the first country to land on the south pole of the moon and the fourth country to safe land on the moon. Now I have some pictures to show you. As you can see in this first picture, this is the propulsion module and it is carrying Vikram lander to the moon. And then as it gets near the moon, Vikram lander gets separated and safely lands on the moon. In the second picture, you can see how the Vikram lander and Pragyan rover looks. And in the third picture, you can see that these are the other missions from other countries, and this is Chandrayaan-3 mission from India. This is the south pole of the moon where it landed. The point where Chandrayaan-3 landed was named as Shiva Shakti Point. Overall, Chandrayaan-3 made India proud and inspired many students like us to dream big. Thank you. Wonderful performance. Next, we will invite grade 6 for the experiment.
Good morning everyone. We the learners of grade 6 Alpha. I Miss Ashna Borkar
And I, Miss Sara Nair,
are here to demonstrate the concept of magnetic force and magnetic levitation. In this model, we have aligned ring magnets in such a way that light poles face each other. Since the light poles repel, the upper platform appears to float above the lower one without touching it. The poles help to keep the setup stable and properly aligned.
this activity shows that magnetic force is non-contact force, meaning it can act without any physical contact. Through this experiment, we can understand that magnets push objects away and create a lifting effect. This same principle is used in maglev trains where powerful magnets help the train float upon the track, reducing friction and allowing it to move on very high speeds. Let us now see the demonstration.
Thank you. National Science Day to all.
Thank you, grade 6. Finally, let us welcome grade 5 to present their experiment.
Today we are showing a simple balloon rocket experiment that helps us to understand that how air can create force and make objects move just like real rockets. Now my partner is passing a string through a straw and our two classmates are holding it tightly. He is not tying because air needs to escape. To a straw, facing its opening backward.
Now we will release the rocket balloon and observe carefully what happens. The balloon moves forward because of a force created by air rushing out. When the air pushes backward, it pushes the balloon forward. This is called action and reaction force, explained in Newton's third law of motion.
The same principle is used in rockets and jet engines. When the fuels burn, gases rush out downward and pushes the rocket upwards into space. It is also seen in watching the balloons flying around the room when we release them.
Importance of activity. This activity helps us understand air has pressure and force. Energy can cause movement. Scientific laws work in everyday life. Thank you and wish you all a happy National Science Day.
To all the learners who presented experiments here. Now I would like to call upon stage our science HOD, Ms. Neema ma'am, to guide us. Good morning, SVM. Thank you, Ruta ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. I feel really proud on this National Science Day, standing in front of you to speak very short or maybe 2 lines on science is really difficult, because science is not something we could describe in a paragraph or 2 lines as such. It is much more than that. To create, to innovate, and of course being curious. And as we know, our new books which are released, that too with the same new change title, Curiosity. So that's what they expect our learners should have. And of course, all the smart SVMites are over curious. And they're always curious and courageous to ask all sort of questions, relevant, irrelevant, and of course we accept that. And we want our learners to ask the questions and be always curious. Not only the learners, we have also seen SVM has got the great team of EVS and science teachers. As we have seen how they have prepared the learners to present the experiments, and I know every learner is always willing to explore the experiment and go with different experiments. As a science teacher, I have found all the learners in the session, they don't want to go with that chalk and talk. They always want to explore the new things and go with hands-on, and that is what we are always going with. So keep exploring and be curious as always. We never know how many of our SVMites might come out as a scientist in future. So all the best and be innovative. Thank you so much. Thank you, Neema ma'am. Now I would like to ask our principal ma'am to say a few words. Good morning everyone.
Good morning. I was just checking again on a gadget only. See, we use science so much, isn't it? Yes, so very well done, children. Excellent experiments, and the way you have spoken without seeing much of a paper in hand is also commendable. So very good. But in school we have been teaching you that being lazy is not good, sitting idle is not good. Don't we say that all the time to you? Yes? But if I tell you being lazy is good, will you like it? Yes? How many of you will show me a thumbs up that if I say being lazy is so good? Yes, it is good. I also agree to it. I am also very lazy. And sitting idle is good. How many of you feel that sitting idle is good? Without doing any work? Okay, how many of you have heard the name of Sir Isaac Newton? And what did he do? Which is the very famous work of his law of gravitation. Do you know the story behind it? What is the story behind it? Apple fell. He was sitting idle and an apple fell on his head. And what question came to his mind? Why did the apple fall down? Why did it not go up? And that aroused curiosity. But just imagine if Isaac Newton was sitting with a mobile and scrolling, would he have paid attention to an apple falling? No. So, what does it mean? Sitting idle is good. But sitting idle without mobile. Why? Otherwise, how will we think? We are always occupied, you know. In today's world, it is an information bomb blasting time. We are over flooded with information. There is so much of input going on all the time that there is no time for output, isn't it? Do you all agree? Yes? So much of information flooding happens. So that is why sitting idle is good if it allows you to think, if it allows you to ask questions. Okay? So that is the thing. And if, suppose I give you two choices, there is a big bucket of clothes which needs to be washed, and I'll tell you, go and wash it with your hand. If I'm a bad mother-in-law, I will do it with my daughter-in-law. Haath se do sare kapde. But if I have an automatic washing machine, I just have to do what? Just switch on. The water will come automatically, everything will happen automatically, and the clothes come out half dried, isn't it? So being lazy is good? Yes, my work has been done by machine. I did not have to do so much of hard work. So lazy people can become good scientists. Do you believe in that theory? Yes. In the morning I was watching one small video that, you know, there was a child who was very lazy, and in his bedroom the switch for AC and electrical switchboard was little far away. So sitting idle, he just created a device where he just had to lie on his bed, and there was a small remote control which he attached to the switch, and when he just pushed the button, the switch, that some stick, it just goes up and the switch gets off. So because he was lazy, because he never felt that I should get up and switch off the board which is so far away from me, he discovered something new. So we should always, definitely, whatever Nima ma'am said and whatever all your friends have told, that science is really magic, science is really fun, only if we are able to observe keenly. Okay, and when we observe keenly and we record our observations number of times, science only doesn't happen in science class or science lab. Okay, it is what they showed us, it is a part of our everyday life. But out of that everyday life, how can we make small gadgets which can help others? So we should study science from that perspective, and that should only give or ignite a spark in you to discover more, to invent more, to do new things. Isn't it? Do you all agree? Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. It was really a very nice assembly, and having everybody together, the way the prayer is sung really elevates all of us. Thank you so much. Good day.
As we are towards end of our assembly, I would really thank all the science teachers. Special thanks to Anil sir, because the experiment where you actually saw how the water level it was shown to give you that tune, a particular tune. It takes a lot of time to set that particular tune with the amount of water. So we can say that art and science goes hand in hand. So as we all believe that studies and co-curriculars, we both give equal importance. This was the nice demonstration, I would say. So thank you all of you for being here. We would end our assembly with the national anthem. So I request all of you to stand up.